Okay, are we ready? This is crazy that the new guys immediately stepped up to the plate. That's
I know.
This is gonna be goated, dude. This is gonna be so good. Okay, so again, for anyone that joined us, when we're in there, you can vote guilty or not guilty by using exclamation point guilty or exclamation point not guilty. Let's do this thing.
Did you change the deck?
Ready up.
Ready?
Yes, deck has changed. We have custom evidence too. The evidence is insane. Wait till you guys see it. We've got like 90 cards or something. All right.
All right for the Honorable Judge Lush.
That's right. You may all be seated. We're going to start off with the prosecution. He's going to build his case against the defendant here to the left.
Guilty.
Lil Butt is accused of knowing what gooning is. All right.
Guilty.
Okay. All right. This should be quite interesting. Okay. All right. Prosecution, you're up. Go ahead and show your first evidence. Search history.
This was pretty straightforward, Your Honor. And the jury, as you can see in the search history, there are multiple gooning, edge gooning, super gooning.
Wow.
It's just the whole litany of them.
Would you mind, excuse me, would you mind just clarifying for the jury? Oh, that's a wonderful picture, juror number 3. That's wonderful. Okay. All right. Would you mind explaining to the court and the jury what super gooning is?
I can't because that's illegal to know.
Okay, very well. Well, this is some damning evidence, I must say. We'll go over to you. Are you finished, prosecution?
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much.
Very well. Defense, how are you going to defend that?
Good afternoon, court. My name is Kevin, and I would like to thank the honorable judge for taking the case today.
Of course.
My client, Lil Butt.
Yes?
Does not know.
Oh, Kevin, if you just go ahead and click on your file there, you'll see your pieces of evidence that you can use.
Oh, back in my
Those
day,
are your
we had
notes.
files. How do I do? That's the wrong thing. Hold on. File. There we go.
I understand you stayed up very late taking lots of notes on this case, so I'm sure you're a bit flustered.
They're all memorized. Don't worry.
I'm sure they are.
Oh, okay.
Wow, okay. And how does this pertain to your client?
Where did it go?
If you hold tab, you can see all the evidence that is currently being shown.
Okay, well, my client, Low Butt, he empties bottles of lube with a Bible passage.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little bit of a freak, but he does not know what gooning is.
Right. And his search history says otherwise, though.
Well, back in my day, you weren't allowed to look at search history, and I think
We
that's
subpoenaed that for the court.
That I believe that is a violation of his rights, and that evidence should be thrown out.
I'm sorry, but it was subpoenaed appropriately.
Well, the prosecution never gave any actual evidence of what websites he was accused of gooning on. What is this search history?
I see. This is true.
As gooning is, a difficult thing to define. I think it would be up to interpretation as to whether or not.
How would you define gooning? Do you maybe have an expert witness you'd like to
I would
bring to
I
the
would like to
stand?
bring an expert gooning witness to the stand. Yes.
Okay, it looks like the only witness you have is the gardener. So, would you like to bring the gardener to the stand to explain gooning?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Right. The gardener, would you mind stating your name for the court?
My name is Miss Lord Granshaw.
Okay. I will remind you, you are under oath. Defense, you may examine the witness. Don't let your defendant get too handsy though when you're examining.
I won't. Well, I brought you to the stand because I take it you are an expert on gooning. Is that correct?
Oh, who said that? Back in my day, we never knew about gooning.
See, there you go, Judge. This proves my point. Even expert gooning judges don't know what gooning is. In other words, it is impossible to define.
Okay, I'm not 100% following, but sure, if that's what you're claiming, would the prosecution like to cross-examine the witness? Yes. Okay. Very well. Wait.
Yes,
Thank
Sonny?
you very much, Your Honor. Now, you're the witness, the gardener. Could you please state your name one more time?
Miss Lord Crenshaw.
Lord Crenshaw?
Crenshaw.
Crenshaw. Yes. Let's get one thing straight. I know you're fucking lying. You know exactly what gooning is.
Back in my day, we didn't know there was such a thing as that. Everything was daisies and rainbows. Now these days, everything's so dark and bloody bastards are always stealing things.
Right, so you said back in my day, past tense, as if that has changed. Therefore, you now know when before you did it, but that was past. You know now, and you know.
But how do you know that I know that I know? Or that you know that I know?
Your Honor,
Yes.
this is a
This is-
cooperative witness.
You are being ma'am. I would ask that you cooperate with the prosecution. You are under oath.
Listen, I'm being honest. I don't know what gooning is.
I'll say that again. The bailiff hit you with his.
I don't understand what gooning is. I don't know why I'm standing here. I forgot to take my medicine as well.
Okay. All right. We're done with this witness. She's clearly unfit for court. I apologize. Defense, that was not the greatest witness for you. We're gonna move on to the next piece of evidence.
Now, Your Honor, and the jury, a man with nothing to lose, who has only 6 months left to live, is going to be focused on one thing: a perpetual goon state. That is the only thing that can alleviate the pain. And as we can see with this cancer diagnosis, little butt, he's got nothing left except for gooning. That's everything. Of course he knows what it is, because that's all that he had left for his comfort and solace.
Yes, I understand. Defense, this is. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you not finished?
I was about to say that I am finished.
Okay.
The prosecutor, if I may, is cruising for a bruising. Okay.
All right.
client-
Order of the court. Let's not throw some threats around.
My client, yes, he has 6 months left to live. That is true. However, the only real victim here is his dirty underwear. He has lost in his last 6 months. He has begun to lose control of his bowels. Yes, I know. It's very disappointing, very sad.
Yeah. Disgusting.
But he's spending so much time cleaning his underwear that he has no time to goon. The defense.
I
rests.
see. Okay. This is interesting evidence, prosecution. He's claiming that, if I understand, the defense is claiming that he is busy
No
with
time to
empty
goon?
bottles of lube, with Bible passages, and the fact that he has too much dirty underwear to goon.
Now, the defense is claiming that the defendant has no time. But what if I told you that they were doing double duty? By gooning with OnlyFans models bathwater while cleaning his underwear.
Wow. Okay. Wow. This is wow.
What else would you be doing with bathwater?
That's a great. I don't know. That's a great question.
I don't know whose bathwater it is. Obviously, I wouldn't know,
Mm-hmm.
but he does.
Mm.
So, and you know what? Actually, to further elaborate on this point, I like to call the witness the doctor.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Now,
All right.
I would like the doctor to explain just how bathwater can be utilized both to clean and to goon. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, may it please the court, my name is Dr. Do Diddy. Bathwater can be used in many cases. Sometimes it's used, obviously, to clean oneself. There's bathwater, but bathwater can be left over, and some people like to take said bathwater and use it for explicit things. Not that I know what that means.
Very well. I understand.
Thank you so much, doctor. I believe my point has been made with this piece of evidence.
Defense, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
Yes. Yes.
Very well.
Dr. Doolittle.
Do Diddy.
Did I say your name correctly?
It is my name, Dr. Do Diddy.
Doodilly.
Do Diddy, sir.
Dr. Doodiddy.
My
I
God.
apologize. Hang on, excuse me, but I need juror 3 to explain what exactly was on his sign. What is execute? Hang on. What does that say? Execute. Hang on. I'll let the witness take a look at that. What does that even?
Your Honor, it says execute a goonie.
Oh, execute a goonie. Oh, okay. All right, go on, defense.
Doctor, I'd like to ask, is it not appropriate if my client has become incontinent that he would be bathing to clean?
No, not necessarily. Bathwater's used to clean.
The defense rests.
All right. Whoops. Sorry, we're going to the defense. We have breaking news from our local journalist. New trend, gooning. This is breaking news. What is gooning? None of us clearly know. Yet to be defined. Defense, do you have any further evidence to go against these claims of bathwater used to goon?
Absolutely, I do. In fact, it's right here.
Wow.
My client loves Speedos.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to his incontinence, he likes to spend time in the tub with Speedos on.
I see.
Not gooning.
It does make sense. This does make a lot of sense.
And as
Is
you
that
can
all?
see,
Yeah.
my client has a submersible helmet, or what appears to be on, because he likes water so much. Just to further my point.
Yes. Oh,
I'd also,
excuse me, prosecution?
Yeah, this is quite rude.
No sleeping in my court. Okay. Is that all?
The defense rests.
Okay. Oh my God! A firearm?
Yeah, he was that depraved. He was so depraved, he knew how depraved he was. He's like, shit, I gotta fucking end this. Even before the cancer gets him, he was like, damn, I'm fucked up. Yeah, just straight up. That's how fucked up he was. He understood, recognized the problem, and had a solution.
His own solution.
Yes. That's all. Thank you so much.
I see. Okay. Defense?
Yes, I have evidence to counter this obscene claim. The gun was not because he was ashamed of his gooning, which he never did. The gun was because he received a failing report card.
Oh, wow. Okay. And what was he going to do with the gun?
Well, this case is not about,
Right.
hurting others or himself, but
Mm-hmm.
the thought may or may not have crossed his mind.
Okay.
But he did not. There was no gooning.
Mm-hmm.
No gooning.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay. Prosecution?
Thank you so much, Your Honor. The final piece of evidence that I have to present in this case is a particularly sordid piece of evidence that illustrates just how efficient the defendant was in their illicit act that they obviously had knowledge of.
Whoa.
As you can see,
Wow.
this used condom, which was analyzed by scientists, contained only the body fluids of one individual, the defendant. No other body fluids.
Mm-hmm.
And it left a trail as they walked around in their odd and illicit state, which I have absolutely no knowledge of. Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor, I believe that with this complete narrative that I have strung together.
Excuse me, prosecution. We'll get to closing statements in a moment. The defense has one more piece of evidence to share.
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever.
We do.
Whatever.
And this evidence is strong. Very strong. It is a get out of jail free card.
Oh, wow. This is damning evidence.
I am an extremely good defense attorney, and I always have a backup plan.
Yeah.
I'd like you to Uno reverse that one, prosecution.
That's pretty interesting. All right. Well, we've seen some damning evidence from both sides of the court. Now, let's get to some closing statements. We'll actually start our closing statements with the defense.
Thank you, Judge. I would just like to go through the evidence that I've presented today. We can look past the empty bottle of lube with the Bible passage. We all know my client is a freak, but he is not a goon.
Mm-hmm.
The dirty underwear, due to his 6-month left to live, is a shame, but it's something that he struggles with every day. The Speedo, my client loves to rest in bathtubs, hence the water.
Mm-hmm.
The failing report card, this explains the weapon found at the crime scene, which no one has said what crime it was. And as my closing statement, I would like to remind everyone that I pulled a get out of jail free card. So even if the jury votes it to be guilty, my client is not guilty.
You hear that, Twitch chat? Do you hear that? He did pull out a get out of jail free card. That's pretty hard to beat.
Your
Prosecution.
Honor,
Yes.
how can you get out of jail if you never go?
That's a good point.
Bitch.
Is that it? That's all?
Look, we all know that fucker's weird as hell, okay?
All right. Order in the court.
I rest my case.
Oh, great. All right. Well, let's go ahead to our jurors. Let's get our final votes in. Either exclamation point guilty or exclamation point not guilty. Juror number 3, do you have anything to say? Our local journalist has been quiet. It's been pretty quiet back there, only breaking one set of news. All right, he's voting not guilty. I must stand with, I will say this has been quite a case. There's been intense evidence going back and forth. Both sides are really difficult to determine guilty or not guilty. So I am going to have to go with the Twitch. You are guilty.
Oh, welcome to my courtroom. I'm going to allow the prosecution to begin with their charges here shortly, once the defense is correct and ready to go.
Yeah, I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Prosecution, are you ready to continue, Mr. Percival T. Harrogate, Esquire?
He is muted until he gets his case together, but...
Oh, that's right. Well, then we will honor that. Okay.
Robert Bobby distributing
cocaine amongst minors.
Your Honor, my client is not guilty.
We are not going to decide that yet. This is my courtroom. Follow the rules, or I will hold you in contempt. All right. But the prosecution start.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Yes.
My name is Percival T. Harrogate. I am the most esteemed lawyer in South Carolina.
Steam my ass.
Shh.
So,
Hey, Judge.
Mr. Bobby here, he is quite a questioning figure, if you understand. Now, see, I know this because... Please excuse me, sir.
You don't have much. I'm sorry. You don't. Hang on a second. You don't talk over the prosecution when he's giving his speech. Do you understand? We missed that. What was that? Roll it back. What did you just send over? I was too busy yelling at the defense.
Sir, Your Honor, I apologize. This was incredibly
a ticket for Flight
horrifying.
United 93. Okay, so let me get this straight. A ticket for United Flight 93. When was this crime committed?
Well, this is what is alarming to me, sir. He was not on United Flight 93.
Your Honor, objection.
Will the defense please shut up while the prosecution is talking? I will send over a gavel on your face. All right, the prosecution may continue.
It was from 14 years ago. It's completely.
I'm sorry. I'm
24. It's 24, sir.
I've turned
So
into a duck.
here is the relevance, Your Honor, if you will allow me to explain myself.
You may continue. You have about 30 seconds left before the defense must take.
This indicates that he was not on that flight for a reason, and now he is distributing cocaine to minors. I believe that he perpetrated the horrible crimes on that day as well as these crimes today.
All right.
Your Honor,
hang on. Wait a second.
Your Honor.
Hey. Just because I said you could speak doesn't mean you can yet. Why don't you start nice and easy? Lower your voice, lower your tone in my courtroom.
Okay, all right. Listen, the claims that my client was first distributing cocaine to minors is absurd. We're going to find out here soon that one, the prosecution has no evidence, and that is apparent with this first piece of evidence, but also with the evidence that I'm going to present here today to the court and the wonderful Twitch jury. I have plenty of evidence to show that my client did not distribute cocaine. Now, to the fact that the prosecution is also claiming that my client is a terrorist and caused 9/11 is absurd.
Wait, hang on a second. Did he verbatim say that, though?
Yes, he said that. He said that he not only perpetrated the crimes of distributing cocaine, but also the tragic event of that day. This evidence should be thrown out of court. It's completely irrelevant to the whole case. And he threw out an accusation that my client is
Okay,
part
I'll
of
allow it. That
Al-Qaeda.
evidence has been dismissed. I do agree with that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay.
All right, well, you're
All right,
done.
Your Honor,
We're moving
I'm-
on to the
wait.
prosecution. No,
No, I
you
need
wanted
to give
you
my
got
evidence.
no, you wanted evidence thrown out. This is my courtroom. This is what I
No. I have evidence. I have evidence. Please, Your Honor, let me show my
Okay,
evidence.
you may display your evidence.
Hunter Biden's used crack pipe. My client is too busy smoking his own supply with Hunter Biden to be distributing cocaine to minors. That is all. I rest.
Your Honor,
Hold on.
sorry, I apologize. Your Honor, what I would like to say is, just as he claimed my claims were irrelevant, what does the president's son have to do with this crime, sir?
I didn't say he had it. I just said he's too busy smoking crack, his own supply with Hunter Biden.
Now, just
I have
because now,
evidence.
hang
I
on.
have the
So
used
you
crack
have
pipe.
evidence. I understand from the defense that you have evidence of Hunter Biden's crack pipe, but did you actually see him use it?
Yes,
with your own eyes.
Disclose this information to me.
What if your client's lying?
Okay, well, I'm his fucking lawyer. This is the evidence.
The prosecution may
presenting.
continue.
Additionally, I think it's important to understand that the defendant has a large amount of blood pressure medication. Now, I may not be a doctor. However, in my experience in the law, I have experienced many people who have used illegal narcotics in combination with blood pressure medication in order to boost the high and as well maintain a operational sense of self during the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he
Let's
just said that.
okay. Well,
I think he did just say that my client is indeed smoking crack with Hunter Biden to keep the high going. I think we can all agree with that. Yes. See, even the bailiff agrees with me. Now, I would like to just hang on. Give me a moment. Okay. Here's what I want to say. He's shown one piece of evidence that has been thrown out of court, the ticket for United Flight 93, and then also has supported my evidence that my client is a crack cocaine addict and he just
I
smokes crack.
object to
He
that.
doesn't
I
distribute.
object to
sustained. Prosecution, please hold.
Now, what is my client truly guilty of? What is he guilty of? Enjoying a succulent Chinese meal? Huh?
How is that? How is that? How does that matter at this stage right now?
We don't know what he's guilty of. As far as anyone's concerned, he's just
so you
guilty
feel like
of enjoying a succulent Chinese meal.
A succulent Chinese meal that you feel like that's the only thing that he's guilty of is having a succulent Chinese meal.
Clearly, there's no other evidence for him being guilty of anything else.
Do you feel like he knew his judo well?
Yes, he does.
Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. But thank you. We're going to go over to the prosecution right now. The prosecutor, are you actually ready to display some actual evidence here that shows your case here? Oh, hold on a second. We have breaking news. Yes, Bob Bobby is a crackhead. Is in the news there. Prosecution may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
It is with great pleasure that I would like to clear up any discrepancies in this case. Here I have is a failing report card. Now this is it's from not Robert Bobby himself. Now it's from a Thomas Dudley Jr. Now what you may ask is, why does he have this? He has no known children. Why is there a child's report card with a known cocaine dealer? And with that, I would like to call my witness to the stand.
It's the stand in this courtroom, not the stand.
I apologize, sir.
Thank you. All right, who is your witness?
It is the policeman.
You gotta scroll through the
Oh,
Gavels,
yes.
Your Honor.
Yes. 1 second. I'm so sorry. The policeman.
Your
Now,
Honor.
sir.
Hold on. The prosecution like to examine the witness then?
Yes, please, sir.
All right.
Mr. Officer, what is your name for the court?
Jonesy.
Okay, Mr. Jonesy. Let's talk about this quickly. You are the arresting officer on scene for Mr. Robert Bobby, yes?
Oh, hell yeah.
And you did find cocaine on the premises along with a young boy, yes?
Yeah, young boy was dead.
Objection, Your Honor. There's no evidence of a dead boy.
You can get
was
that
not
when you
my
cross.
court
You can
filing.
cross-examine the witness when we're ready. Let's let the prosecution continue. Prosecution, you don't have much time left. I need to let the defense cross-examine this witness in a minute.
Of course, sir. One last
Hurry
question.
up.
Of course. Have you ever seen any cocaine dealings of this size, Mr. Jonesy?
Yeah. When he did it.
Whoa.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. We're gonna move on. Would the defense like to cross-examine the witness?
I would like to cross-examine.
Let's see
the
what
witness.
you. Let's see what.
Mr. Policeman, remind me of your name.
Jonesy.
Jonesy, that's right. Mr. Jonesy, I have here in my notes that you are often getting in trouble. Is that correct? At the office?
Yeah, for selling crack. To
For
kids.
selling crack. Okay, that's not only what I have here in my notes. In fact, I have a report from your HR of
Objection,
many
badgering.
racist
Badgering.
emails.
Oh.
All right. Overruled.
Thank you. I have these racist emails from your HR that you've sent periodically throughout the office. Would you say that you are a racist? No, you wouldn't. Well, Your Honor, I need to remind you that my client is a blue man. Some people might call him a man of color, and we cannot trust this witness. His statements cannot remain in this court case as he's
Pardon
clearly a
me, did you just
racist.
say we
The
cannot trust him
prosecution will
because he is
please.
blue?
The prosecution will please stay quiet.
Now,
Brother,
sure, it
green
is.
in here.
All right. Now the prosecution can talk. Done here in the defense. This is loony.
Now, I do not want to know if our
This
jury
is so
or
fucking-
you, Your Honor. However, what I did just hear is that defense attorney over there, he clearly just said that he does not think a blue sock should be capable of handling
Objection,
matters
that's
such as
not what I
this.
said. I said my client.
You can continue.
I just believe that this may be somewhat concerning in a court of law. However, I will let it pass, and I will address some final measures. I do have some bathwater here from Robert Bobby. This is a very fascinating item to find at a crime scene. So,
How is the bathwater relevant to any of this? This is right here with Flight
Your Honor,
United 93.
Please bear with me here.
I am. I'm holding on by a bit of a thread. You've got 30 seconds to explain what
It is the
bathwater.
bathwater of a child.
Oh shit.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
We are discussing the matters of distributing narcotics to minors.
Okay.
Okay,
Defense.
all right.
We're
Your
all
Honor-
right. We're all riding on thin threads here. There's definitely been a lot of just crazy accusations from both sides. So let's see.
Your
We need to
Honor-
clear this up.
Yes, I agree. We do need to clear this up. Would you agree with me that we need to clear this up?
Yes, I would agree with you that we need to clear this up.
I think I've made it pretty clear, right? Yes? Whoa, am I in cuffs? Am I in cuffs?
The bailiff just
I
has.
saw that.
I'm in cuffs? Your Honor,
Right in front of my
you
The
face.
control this
defense,
courtroom.
the defense is trying to bribe the judge. Ladies and gentlemen, Twitch chat, we have the defense trying to bribe the judge on here. We're going to let the
Whoa.
chat. We also have breaking news coming in right now. And that is, yeah, Blue Sox need to go back to the washing machine. Okay, I've heard a lot here. We're going to have the witness return back. The witness is done.
Your Honor, can I please be removed from cuffs?
I don't know how to remove your cuffs. I'm sorry. Don't have that kind of experience in here.
Tell your bailiff.
Okay. The defense has one more shot here. We need to clear this up. Yeah, you know, again, the defense, I'm sorry, the prosecution has one more shot here. The defense tried to bribe the judge. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You told me that you agreed.
You tried to bribe me.
I thought it was
You tried,
understood that we're clearing this up.
listen.
Are we not?
You tried to bribe me in my courtroom. Do you understand? What kind of attorney are you? What kind of attorney are you?
I'm a good attorney. I'll
Are
do
you a good
anything for
attorney
my
or are you
client.
bribing people in the courtroom? I don't know. I don't know who's more professional. This criminal may be more professional than you.
Listen, Your Honor.
You're done. The prosecution may talk.
Your Honor, I have no further after that display from the other side here. I have no further evidence to present. I would like to rest my case.
Okay, now we can have some closing statements.
I have another piece of evidence.
Okay.
Text from the prosecutor himself saying that he's going to frame my client even though he knows he's innocent.
Is that so?
That is so. So if you want to talk about,
Let's talk to the prosecutor
who's
here.
guilty
Hold
of
on a
crimes
second. Hold
within
on
the
a second.
court,
Wait a second.
He's the one that's
All
guilty.
right, I understand that. You just, I understand that. Okay, the prosecutor. He's saying that he's getting text from the prosecutor. Is that so?
And sir, this is where I say my get out of jail free card.
God damn. Oh my God.
I rest my case, sir.
Judge, I put in cuffs for you.
All right, closing statements, everyone.
I would argue that is not what I
Okay.
said.
Closing
Okay.
statements.
Listen, Your Honor, let's just first start off with what this case is about. Okay? I'm pretty confused about what this case is really about. Because first, the prosecution comes in here making bold claims that my client, Mr. Robert Bobby, was distributing cocaine to minors. But then in the same breath, he makes a claim that my client was the cause of 9/11. Now, this is outrageous.
Yes, but now, hold on. We dismissed that. So
I
why are you?
understand.
Why
I know.
that's
This is a
irrelevant
part of
now.
my closing
We dismissed
statement. You
United
don't let me
93. Why are you referencing it right now? And apparently, you're not already. You're not in my good graces at the minute because you tried to bribe the judge as it stands. So you're really on thin ice.
Your Honor, he comes in making ridiculous claims that are not true, are not relevant to the case. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Okay.
You could have just said that. How about you said that instead of wasting the oxygen in this courtroom?
Now, what is he guilty of? In simply enjoying a succulent Chinese meal? Because that seems to be all that he's really.
You didn't even say that he knew his
this-
judo well. We didn't know that.
Oh.
Incompetent lawyer doesn't know
Incompetent.
case. Dementia.
What? Okay. Now, furthermore, he brings on a witness who is clearly a racist against people of color like my client. So we have to dismiss all of that. And text from the prosecution claiming that he's going to frame my client, even though he knows he's innocent.
Mhm.
This entire case should be thrown out of court. And then let me remind you, I did slip you a 20.
Are you saying that in front of the entire courtroom? This shows your
No, I'm
class.
saying that to you. I'm saying that
Yes,
to you.
bailiff. Thank you. Putting him in handcuffs here.
I'm done with my closing statement.
Thank you.
I think everyone knows the
All
right
right.
thing
The
to vote.
one closing statement for the prosecutor, unless you already gave it already and I listened to it. You did, didn't you? You did.
I did not. Sir,
No.
but
Oh, okay. All right. You go ahead. Make it quick.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to just address the snake in the room. However, although the evidence is not as convincing as every lawyer would like, I would like to understand the courtroom to understand that Mr. Lush Puppy, the defending lawyer, he has tried underhanded tactics and backhanded tactics this entire time, and even going as far as accusing me of sending texts to him when we know that I had a get out of jail free card. Now we know that is dismissible evidence at that point, and unfortunately, I did not claim that he was a perpetrator of 9/11. I just said he wasn't on the plane that day to do other stuff, and we know that it could have been selling
Objection,
cocaine to
Your
minors.
Honor. He did say that he was the cause of the tragic event.
It is dismissed regardless.
We are at
Regardless, it is
closing
dismissed.
statements here. We're not objecting or whatever, okay? You're in handcuffs. You're about to be behind. Okay. Are you done with your closing statement?
Yes. One final word, actually, sir. I would like to say, Robert Bobby, I do believe that he has some criminal behavior. However, he shouldn't go away for a long time. Just some time.
You're the prosecution.
Okay. It seems to me that I've heard this entire courtroom here. We've got a lot that's gone on the defense and a lot that's happened with the prosecution. The defense, keep this in mind, Twitch chat, that the defense has bribed me, apparently slipped me a 20, and the prosecution.
20, I don't have that 20 anymore.
And apparently the prosecution had been sending text messages. So
Get out of jail free card.
and the prosecution has to get out of jail free card. So the Twitch chat is voting not guilty. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and honor this as not guilty.
That's right.
All right, we're here.
Randall.
In the case of Randall, is accused of indecent exposure via glow in the dark. Oh, thong on bird scooter. Dave, you
1 second,
have
please. I need to review my cases here. Yes. Okay. Okay, so, yes, Mr. Randall, may it please the court, ladies and gentlemen, I am the prosecution this evening. Welcome to the court. It's nice to be here, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we do have quite an issue here. This guy over here on the defense is claiming that he was not, dealing with, and I'm not going to say it, but, he's wearing a glow-in-the-dark thong on a bird scooter going down some random street, and it's indecent exposure. And what we found here is that we've got an empty bottle of Viagra. Now, let's talk about Viagra for a second. Your Honor, if you will. Why would this bottle, hold on, why would this bottle of Viagra be empty? Why would this bottle of Viagra be empty?
I don't know. Why would it?
Because this person was in a desperate situation. This person was in a desperate situation and took pill after pill after pill, which then led me to believe that this man must have wandered into Stacy's lingerie. And you know, when you take so much Viagra, who knows what happens to your mind? Your mind may go off into who knows where, but look, it doesn't matter. That's no excuse.
I can tell Your Honor.
No, this man is convicted. This man is absolutely guilty of wearing a glow-in-the-dark thong on a bird scooter.
He's not convicted yet.
Well, no, but am I the prosecution? I'm the prosecution, so I'm definitely prosecuting him of doing it. I'm just saying he wore a glow-in-the-dark thong on the scooter, and so going into a lingerie shop to buy that thong, which is what we get from the bottle of Viagra, the empty bottle, might I add. And that's actually where it was purchased, funny enough. And I actually, I had that over here, the purchase,
the bottle of vodka was purchased in a lingerie store?
Excuse me, this is a bottle of Viagra, Your Honor.
Viagra? Still.
It's an
I don't think
empty,
you can buy that.
we're calling it a lingerie store, but we can call it a sex shop, if you will. Okay? I can go there. But we'll start there. And I will rest next to the defense. God, Lush, I swear, man. I swear, dude. You're so fucking distracting, dude. I'm trying to riff.
Your Honor, thank you for your time, and jury, thank you for your time. prosecutor, go fuck yourself. I, Your Honor, have a ample folder right here. I'm just gonna pick it up for dramatic effect of evidence that shows to the contrary that the prosecutor's case is gonna get blown straight at the fuck out of the water. You know why? Because that bottle of Viagra was used for my defendant's hobby, exposing himself to bird watchers. Now, while
So
this may
let me
seem
get this
like-
straight. You're saying that the evidence shows that he was doing something else illegal?
That is absolutely correct. And there's not a case for that.
Which is the same kind of crime that he's on trial for right now?
Same time, but it's not the same exactly. Oh shit!
Great.
We have breaking news.
Picture from event leaked. Great. Okay.
I mean, do you have any other evidence that may go towards your client being not guilty?
Well, he's definitely not guilty of riding on a bird scooter with a glow-in-the-dark thought. I can absolutely guarantee.
Okay, but you've shown prior evidence that he does lean towards indecent exposure.
Your Honor, that's not indecent exposure. That's intentional exposure.
Whether it's intentional or not, it's still done. All right.
Oh man, I'm having a hard time here. Yeah, hey, hold on. Okay, so, all right, hold on. I gotta get myself. Let's talk about this Big Lots gift card, okay? Defense, go fuck yourself. All right, go fuck yourself. We have a Big Lots gift card. Who buys Big Lots gift cards? Breaking news. Great.
Breaking news.
These are all illustrations and not actual photographs. Just.
I think the thong is technically upside down if you take a look at the picture.
Precisely. Thank you.
All right,
Okay.
Mr. Prosecutor,
So-
let me continue.
Thank you very much. So, who buys Big Lots gift cards? People that go to Schlotsky's, people that go to Cinnabon, people that ride bird scooters, okay? And people that wear green thongs and maybe a strap on. Okay? Now this man, I have overwhelming evidence, which is, we're just starting at the top here. We're starting at the top of the mountain. The Big Lots gift card shows transactions of this. We discussed that he had a bottle of Viagra, which he got at a sex shop, which I find absolutely crazy because apparently in this courtroom, Viagra is legal to get very easily. So the Big Lots gift card, he decided to...
Oh, sorry.
Never mind.
May you
I can
continue?
see that I don't matter in this courtroom. I can see that I don't matter in this courtroom. All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
let
Stop
the
being
defense-
a whiny baby.
Shut the fuck
You've had
up,
some time to
Lash.
think about it. Do you have any evidence to provide to the court?
I would like to call to the stand the witness, my defendant's spouse, to give.
Oh honey, I love you so much. We're gonna get this taken care of and straightened out, I swear. Oh honey, I swear we're gonna get this taken care of.
Death penalty.
How dare you? You've ruined this family. You've torn us apart.
Now, I would just like to confirm how many times a week does my defendant go out exposing himself to bird watchers?
Oh, I would say about a few times a week. It's quite a lovely hobby of hers.
Now,
Or his.
Do you think
His.
that? Do you think my defendant would really have any time at all to be A, downloading the Bird app, B,
Mm.
putting in their credit card information into the Bird app. That shit takes a long ass time. It's a lot of numbers on those credit cards, and they're way
Yes.
too fucking busy exposing themselves. Isn't that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Thank you so much. Now, I would like to ask just one final question. I forgot what it is. I'm done.
Okay. Honey, we're gonna get you out of this, I swear.
All right.
I'm done examining.
You're done? Prosecutor, would you like to cross-examine?
Yes, I'd like to cross-examine the witness.
Hold on, let me.
AI to be the blame, dude.
Oh God, I almost. Wait, let me get this witness off. There, go away. And now.
What are you
I
doing?
presented evidence.
Oh wait, I
It's
put
a
the
little
wrong-
confusing, yeah.
Sorry, I put the wrong. Okay, spouse is back up.
Okay. So, what is your name? Can you please tell the court again?
What's my?
Ladies and gentlemen,
also-
my case
also
closed.
Mr.
This
Randall.
woman does not
Mr.
know her name. This
I'm
woman
a
does not
man.
know her name. This woman does not know her name.
Mr.
How can we take this person
Randall,
seriously?
Mr. Randall.
You're Mr. Randall.
Yes, and that is also Mr. Randall.
Okay, so we've crossed that. So let me tell you something. Did your husband, I'm assuming, go out to Big Lots often?
I'm not as often as he
let's go
watches.
this. Let's take it this far. Did you ever gift him a Big Lots gift card?
Yes.
Okay. Now we know, this courtroom knows, that your husband Randall is got a hobby for watching birds, right?
Yes.
So at Big Lots, and I can tell here on the receipts and on the statements that there was a pair of binoculars that were purchased. You claim that, the defense claims that he professionally watches birds as a hobby, but these binoculars that he got at Big Lots were $1.27.
Mm-hmm.
So explain to me how your partner is a professional bird watcher, and I relay the question back to the defense as to why that actually matters.
I never said he was a professional. In fact, I think he's quite the amateur. It's kind of a joke.
Well,
I wish he'd
yes.
give the hobby up.
Okay, well then, can you explain to me? Have you ever seen I'm assuming you have walked in the closet of your partner's. Yes.
Not often.
Are you aware that he has a green thong?
Not that I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm done asking questions to the
All right.
witness.
You may step down. Which one is that? Is it blues? Yeah. All right. Mr. Prosecutor, you may
So we're going to talk about this Creed CD. All right.
Oh no.
Yeah. Defense, you got a problem over here. Your client was at Big Lots. Not only did he purchase a pair of binoculars for $1.26, he also purchased a Creed CD. So we do know that that was your client. He had a Big Lots gift card. He purchased a Creed CD. He also, funny enough, this gift card was used to I guess it's a transaction here, Bird APP, which I'm assuming is the Bird app. So it looks like these transactions were utilized all on the same card, which I don't know how that's possible, but it shows here in the transactions that he used the card on the Bird app. Thank you so much for the subscription. So explain to me, and this is something I want the whole court to know this. Why, if we know that this man has worn a thong.
Only 5 gifted subs, no big deal.
Wow, that is a huge. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. 5 gifted. Sorry, I was in the middle of my monologue here. So, and you know what? I appreciate the subscriptions. The fact that we have this man riding a bird scooter down, it looks like to be South Lamar Boulevard here in Austin, Texas, passing a tattoo parlor in a green thong with a Creed CD in his I don't know how he put that Creed CD on his ass, but I guess he used the back strap for it. And binoculars. However, he definitely inadvertently, whether he did it or not, exposed.
wait.
I'm not done. Exposed his genitalia.
Why would he have the binoculars?
That's what I want to know. Maybe the cover up is bird watching. Maybe that's what he is allegedly doing, is bird watching. But maybe he's bird watching other people's genitalia. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna go ahead.
Would you like that? Wait. Nah, I did that wrong. There we go. There you go. Would you like to add anything else?
No, absolutely. So prosecutor, I've got one. I've got just one fucking question. Who do you think I am?
Who do you think I am? You are, right?
Yeah. Who do you think I am? You are. That you think
You're
that
right.
I am. That I think that I am.
Sorry.
Yeah. You don't have anything to say to that. That's what I fucking thought. Yeah.
The water in this court's a little bit hard.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the juror was showing, but I think he probably. Did you have something?
No, that's totally wrong.
Thank you so much for the 5 gifted
Close your
subs.
eyes.
Much love.
Guilty must perish.
Your Honor, close your eyes. Do not look at that.
All right. Do you have anything else?
Anyway, well, primarily just like who the fuck do you think I am? I just like I'm not no fucking washed up piece of stuff. I'm a very clean piece of stuff. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks.
All right. Prosecution.
First to the defense, fuck you. Okay, so we still have something to talk about because this man is in love with an AI sex bot. And where do you find AI sex bots?
In sex stores, where it was.
Yes. Or yes, and in Big Lots. You can find AI sex bots in Big Lots. They do. Big Lots.
Is that how they coming back?
That's how Big Lots are coming back. You never know. You never know. Big Lots has AI sex. If you go down to aisle 5, turn left and go, don't ask how I know that. But still, Big Lots has AI sex box. And I know we go back to Big Lots a lot here, don't we? Mr. Randall. Mr. fucking Randall. Huh? Okay, so let's talk about why you actually did expose yourself. Because this man is in yearning. He is in yearning. He can't get anywhere else, but he has to get AI. So what does he do? He does something like this. Something lewd. Something absolutely deviant. Going down the street, riding a bird scooter, exposing his genitalia to the public. Old people, might I add, at a bird watching convention down South Lamar Boulevard past the tattoo parlor. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you.
Oh, the defense. You have a few more cards.
Yeah, I do.
Do you have anything to add?
Yes, I do. If you've checked the news lately, you know that AI is indeed all the rage. So much so that it is the rage in the sense that it is creating false narratives and fake pieces of evidence, such as these alleged photos and receipts that my prosecutor here across from me is presenting.
They're all right here, Your Honor. I've got them all right here. Got them all right here. I've got them all right here. No. I've got all these receipts and I've got them all right here. This is absolute horse jump. All right.
Thank you.
I got the one thing that you can't fake: a fucking Polaroid. And this is a Polaroid that was taken, as you can see on the timestamp, at the time of the crime, the supposed crime that my defendant is entirely not guilty of.
So your defendant was in jail at the time?
Precisely.
All right. They let you take photos.
Thank you
in
so much
jail?
for the subscription, Spade.
Well, I mean,
This courtroom's
I don't know
losing
about
it.
the rules
Gifted.
of
Five
jail,
gifted.
Oh,
so-
thank you very much for the 5 gifted. Love you guys.
All right. So, all right.
Thank you very much, Amputee Shinobi. Subscribe for 1 month. Appreciate you.
Prosecution. Would you like to add anything else?
Yes, I got a little distracted with my phone, sir, over here. 1 second. Let me recollect myself. So, okay. So, listen. The defense is saying this. The defense is saying that what I'm saying is I have my evidence is dismissive, right? So, but I have the receipts. I have the subscriptions. I am sorry. Thank you very much for the subscriptions. I have the receipts. I have
Another gifted sub.
I can't see that. It's not too late. He's been subscribed. Appreciate you. I have the credit card statements here, and I think this is it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And you know what makes it even worse is that this guy over here who's being defended is that he doesn't even have access to any of this. Okay. So I would say that my last piece here is let's talk about this gold tooth, huh?
What about
Yeah,
the
let's
gold
talk about it.
Yeah, you want to talk about the gold tooth?
Sure.
I would like to know about this gold tooth.
Okay, so we already know this. He's got a Big Lots credit card. A Big Lots credit card, which he purchased binoculars for $1.26, right? He used it on the Bird app. He used it in the sex shop to buy a green thong and exposed himself passing a bird watching convention with old people and, I'm sorry, not to call them old people, elders, Your Honor, and a tattoo parlor. Well, who would do that?
Who?
Only someone with a gold tooth, Your Honor.
Sir, we are socks.
I know.
We
Exactly.
don't have teeth.
But he is not. Look at him. Does he look like a sock? Does he look like a sock?
I mean, I can't really see his face.
Exactly. So right now he does not look like a sock. So you can't tell.
Okay.
Excuse me. Would the defense make him smile? Let's see that. I want to see him smile. Let's see that gold tooth.
Wait,
I
you
know
have
he's
the
got
gold
it.
tooth.
No, he's got the gold tooth.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
have the
I
tooth,
have the
so it
gold
must be
tooth.
missing.
He had the gold tooth. He had the gold tooth. My bad. Yeah, he had the gold tooth. He got knocked out. So I missed on these notes. So what happened is that he was going about 45 miles. He went down South Lamar and he went a little bit far. And yeah, he went a little bit. And so what happened is he tripped. He hit a fire hydrant, fell off. That gold tooth fell out. And then that's what we have. And I know that he has. But make him smile. Make him smile. There's a gap in the front of his mouth. That's what we know. That's what we have over here. Did I mention I have the receipts?
Yeah, the receipts. All right. Defense. Any
Your Honor-
remaining evidence?
Yes, I do. First, prosecutor sucks. Second, a Speedo, which is not a thong, which is the only article in the
Objection.
defendant's-
Objection. It was a thong. There's a difference between a Speedo and a thong.
What's
Exactly.
the
But
difference?
he's saying it was
What's
the
the
Speedo.
difference?
What do you think? What are you going to call it? A C-string or what? It's a Speedo is not a thong. A thong is a thong. There's a string in the back. He was wearing a thong. He exposed booty cheeks. A Speedo doesn't necessarily expose your cheeks. You could have one that kind of covers it up. It's kind of, and you're saying it's a Speedo. It's not. It was a thong, a green thong. Get your facts straight.
Do you have evidence of the thong itself?
The thong itself was, yes. Actually, here we go. Fuck. Yes, call me again. I have that evidence. Do it.
No.
Call me
I
again.
just want to point out
Call me again.
that the prosecution has made the case for me that a Speedo
Oh.
and a thong are two different things. We can all agree on that.
But he wasn't
And
wearing a Speedo,
was
dude.
the only thing, a Speedo was the only thing in my defendant's wardrobe when he was arrested. Not a thong, just a Speedo.
All right. Well, unless you have any more evidence.
Yes, I
think
do.
we'll be
Please call me really
close the
quickly.
evidence.
One more time. Yep.
You don't have any more evidence.
You don't
Yes, I
have
do.
any more
Yes, I do.
evidence.
Let's have
No,
it.
you don't.
Oh, son of a bitch! I used all five. No.
You can
But the
call a
defense-
witness.
bungled
You can
that.
call a
You
witness.
bungled that one.
That's okay. Yeah, I did.
You can call the little girl.
We're good. We're good.
All right.
Closing statement or what?
I think we're ready for closing statements.
Would you like me to start?
Yes. You got the
Okay.
green light.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, everyone here on Twitch. Right now, we're reviewing a case of a man, and we all know what this case is about. He was going down South Lamar Boulevard here in Austin, Texas, and he's basically been accused of indecent exposure, wearing a green thong on a bird scooter, passing an elders bird watching convention and a tattoo parlor. Now, inadvertently, this man did get distracted and he did continue going. He hit a pebble. That pebble made the bird scooter fall over. His gold tooth fell out, which we have over here. So I think that it's just without any reasonable doubt, given the facts that he has a Big Lots card, was using it not only for buying cheap head binoculars for $1.26. He's also partnered with Schlotsky's there. I don't understand why he has that card. But it makes absolutely no sense why this man should be set free. Do you want a man like this going down your street in your neighborhood, potentially wearing a thong? Maybe he wants to pick a different color. Maybe he wants to go pink. Maybe he's like, oh, I'm feeling great. Maybe I want to have a blue thong. How far will it go? Let's make it nice and tight. Do you want that in your neighborhood? Ask yourself this. Ask yourself. I rest my case.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to just. I didn't see you highlighted over there. All right, defense. You may have your closing arguments.
Thank you so much. I think the first piece that I want to review is my prosecution. Or rather, the prosecutor. That's a pretty big sign that my defendant is not guilty. And basically everything that they said. Just you listen to them and you're like, damn, he's fucked in the head. Now, second of all, the most important thing as well is that my defendant was in jail for exposing themselves to bird watchers at the time of the crime with fucking Bill Cosby. I mean, that's their passion, exposing themselves to bird watchers with their massive pee-pee.
And hanging out with Bill Cosby.
So, I mean, shit, you tell me. That's all I have. Thank you.
Well then, let's see. Would the jury like to execute? Okay.
Oh my God.
Twitch says guilty. So, you have presented evidence, defense, that kind of supports the theory that he was exposing himself in a thong. So I'm gonna have to go with guilty.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Twitch. Appreciate you guys. Hell yeah. It's nice being a good fucking attorney.
Let me get prosecuted for this one.
You guys hire me. You're an issue. Hire me. I can't give you professional legal advice.
Let me back out. Let me go back to the menu. I need to fix the who do you think you are, I am. Here we go again. Oh, Brim hasn't been a prosecutor or defense yet, by the way.
No, I'll be a witness. What are the witnesses?
Okay.
Tad, clinic coworker.
Okay.
The judge looks legit.
Judge does look legit.
What?
Burning down library.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Caius Papers is accused of crimes against human knowledge, burning down Library of Alexandria. Right, prosecutor, would you like to start?
Yes, of course. It is a really rough time to be a member of humanity, as Caius Papers here has been accused of and unfortunately has committed the atrocity that is burning down the Library of Alexandria. Now, why, you might ask? Well, I found...
Jesus Christ! Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, Bailiff, you can continue to do that, please. That would be lovely. I found in the evidence lockers of this case an empty bottle of lube with a Bible passage. Now, you may wonder what this has to do with the burning of the Library of Alexandria. It actually is the original version of the Bible that goes pre-Bible. So, it was only found in the Library of Alexandria. And this man, he burnt everything except for that.
All right. Defense.
I don't even know what the fuck this guy is on about. Whatever he's saying makes no sense.
Language.
All right. I apologize, Your Honor. Here is, prosecution, would you just remind the court the date and time of the crime?
Prosecutor.
I'm sorry, are you talking to me, sir?
Yeah, I don't know who else I'd be talking to. You are the prosecutor. Date and time. Date and time of the crime.
Well, the burning of Alexandria Library was in 48 BCE.
48 BCE. Your Honor, it's 2025. Are you saying that my client here is some sort of mystical creature that can live more than 2,000 years?
Until you can prove otherwise, yes.
Okay, well, how about credit card statements dated at the exact same time of the crime, clearly showing that he was not at the Library of Alexandria, and in fact, he was in Rome at the time.
Prosecutor.
Believe
This
it or
guy's
not,
full of shit, dude.
this is it's also quite concerning. Now, you know how this career platform LinkedIn, it has those geotags. Well, Mr. Papers made a cringy LinkedIn post from the location of Alexandria. Now, I don't know. I understand that credit card statements, you could be in one city and you get charged for another. I take Ubers all the time. And you know what? It's always San Francisco. It's never Charleston.
Your Honor, I would like to bring my first witness forward. That's not my witness. Thank you. Miss Coworker, would you mind please stating your name for the court?
My name's Wendy.
Wendy. Wendy. Now, would you say you've been a coworker of Mr. Papers for quite some time?
Yes, I would.
And what do you and Mr. Papers do at the office?
We plot for the destruction of...
No. I will remind you that you're under oath and you are my witness.
We try to preserve all human knowledge.
Thank you. Now, would you say that Mr. Papers loves his job?
He deeply cherishes the human brain.
Objection. Yes or no
Okay.
answer, please.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I'm the one examining the witness, not the prosecution.
I'm objecting, sir.
Leading the witness.
Thank you. Well, wait, no, me? I am or
You,
he is?
you.
I'm not leading the witness. How am I?
Is he arguing with me?
Oh my. Wendy,
Yes.
Wendy, sweetie. Is it a crime to love your job and make LinkedIn posts about how much you love your job?
I don't know if that is a crime or not.
It's not. That's all. Thank you. I'm done with this witness.
Prosecutor, would you like to cross-examine?
Oh, we have breaking
Breaking
news. Casey's step.
Mr. Papers, I do applaud you for your longevity.
Hey!
I'm in the
Your
chat
Honor,
once you
I've been
cuffed.
cuffed.
He wants you cuffed.
Prosecutor, do you have any questions for the witness?
Yes, I do have. Miss Miss Wendy, I would like to know. Now, of course, you are a co-worker of Mr. Papers.
Yes.
Can you tell me what your role is?
I am the procurer of knowledge for humanity.
Are you his supervisor or underling?
I would feel we are on an equal level. of
Objection,
playing.
Your Honor. My client is Wendy's underling.
I'm sorry, are you answering the question for her?
I'm just stating facts for the jury of the court.
I'm just saying we may not be paid equally, but I feel like we should be.
So,
They're paid equally. They're paid
defensive
equally.
attorney. Mr. Defensive Attorney,
Mr.
please.
Lush.
Now, Miss Wendy, since the defensive attorney has so rudely thrown you under a motor vehicle,
What?
what is Mr. Papers?
I don't
What is
think
Mr. Papers' official
I don't think
role?
I wanted her. What's his role?
Yes,
He's the preserver of human knowledge.
and you're the procurer, correct?
Yes. I go get it. He preserves it.
And where do you typically acquire these materials from?
From around the world.
Lovely, Miss Wendy. Thank you so much for your time.
All right.
Right,
I
Miss
mean,
Wendy, have a seat.
he just helped me.
Your Honor.
You gotta sit her. You have to sit her down.
I have this lovely autograph from Mr. Justin Bieber with Mr. Papers. Now,
Your Honor, I've only given one piece of evidence. He's given three.
How do I
now,
get it back?
you did call a witness, Mr. Attorney.
Well, we're done with the win. So
How do I
what?
put the witness back?
Select the pink one with the eye and hit the blue one.
My bad. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, prosecutor. It is Mr. Puppy's turn.
That's
Excuse me, I just
right.
played evidence.
That's right. Well, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait a second. All right.
This is kangaroo court.
Because, Your Honor, I love you so much.
Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining.
I love you.
Prosecutor.
Anyways,
I'm in
back
love
to-
with you.
Your Honor, back to my original point. I did have evidence indicating it was an autograph to Mr. Papers from the pop legend Justin Bieber himself. And it said, and I quote verbatim, Mr. Papers, I sure love what you did with the Library of Alexandria, parentheses, burned it down, end parentheses. Now, if that is not damning evidence, may I ask what is? Thank you.
Mr. Puppy, you may speak.
Okay, listen. These bold claims from the prosecutor are nothing but a sham. And I do have to agree with the prosecution. This is a kangaroo court. It's a kangaroo court because of the prosecution. All right. Now, the only thing that who do you think you are? I am.
I'm sorry, sir. Is that supposed to mean something?
Who do you think you are? I am. I'm the prosecution. We're prosecuting you.
quiet.
We're charging you
no,
with the crime of burning down the book or the Library of Alexandria. Oh, see that? You are in love with me. I knew it. I knew it. I love you too, Judge.
Now,
God damn it. All right.
normally I wouldn't stoop to these levels of lawyerism. However, it's just come to my attention that I have found, or rather, it's well known that the attorney on the other side has frequently been found purchasing large amounts of baby oil, extra large size bottles.
Wrong. Objection. Relevance.
That's surely it is completely relevant. It's making a character statement, sir.
Wait. We're talking
objection.
about Lush
Objection.
Puppy now. That is his oil, or is this Mr. Paper's oil?
This is Mr. Lush Puppy's oil.
Objection. Relevance to the case, Your Honor. This is
Sustained,
ridiculous.
Go.
All right. Would you mind crossing off that piece of evidence? Just hold tab and then you can click it and cross it off. Thank you. Fucking ridiculous. Now, I have some incredible evidence that's going to shock the court in a second. Okay?
Well,
A
wait.
Polaroid of my client with Mr. Bill Cosby, again, dated the same time of the supposed crime. These are in line with the credit card statements, like I said. And Judge, I do love you.
Now,
Say it back.
what? Please do not. Now, I don't know if our courtroom journalist can inform me of the date of Mr. Cosby's birth. However, I do believe it was far after and far before Caius Paper's birth and far after the burning of the Library of Alexandria. However, I will let it stand, but really, it's things like this that make me concerned, and, well, I found this strap-on in our evidence locker. Now, believe it or not, this has been geodated and located from the Egypt region in 48 BCE. We had a lot of scientific work done on this. It was quite a challenge, but fortunately for us, it's led to really positive results. Unfortunately for Mr. Papers, not so positive.
Objection. Relevance to the case.
Excuse me, sir, but did you hear me?
Let him continue.
It just placed him in Egypt in 48 BCE. So, how relevant is that to you?
It's completely irrelevant, Your Honor.
Now, Your Honor, I don't know how I can continue to argue this trial with a defense attorney who is completely and utterly incompetent and just completely misunderstands the purpose of evidence. All he does is shout, relevance, relevance, relevance.
Nothing you've said is relevant. Nothing you said is relevant, Your Honor.
Bill Cosby is relevant, sir.
Yes, he is. The photo, the time of the photo, that at the time of the photo, the time when the photo was taken is when you're claiming the crime happened. That's what's relevant to the case.
Your Honor, I would push.
All right.
I would
Your
push
Honor,
to. Thank you.
I love you.
All right, Mr. Puppy, do you have anything else to say?
I have nothing else to say. I have given all of my evidence that matters.
Okay, Mr. Prosecutor, would you like to bring on one of your witnesses?
Breaking news. Witness in human knowledge cases in avocado. Wait, me? Or oh
Witness.
no, the witness over there.
Mr. Prosecutor?
I will decline to call a witness on this moment. Thank you.
The sad clown is sad.
All right. In the case of Mr. Papers being accused
How about
of
we go to the
crimes
jury?
against-
How about, first of all,
I
our
can't see the
closing-
jury. You gotta tell me. Oh,
Closing
yes,
statements.
closing statement. Sorry.
Closing statements. You can see the bar up at the top, can't you?
Oh, yes, I can. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
It's very divided right now.
Oh, is
All right, closing
prosecution doing?
statements.
Now, the trial, the courts, they understand what is at hand here. The crimes against human knowledge. This, of course, carries a penalty of death. Unfortunately for Mr. Papers, it really has come based on the Bible passage, the LinkedIn post geotagging Mr. Papers in Alexandria, the autograph from Justin Bieber claiming that Mr. Papers burned it down. Because why would Justin Bieber write that at any point? And our scientifically geolocated strap-on. I believe that Caius Papers. I believe that Caius Papers is unfortunately a ne'er-do-well, and he is responsible for the destruction of human knowledge across the world, and he is the reason that the defense attorney across the table is as unintelligent as he is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, wonderful jury of Twitch. Listen, to make a claim, a bold claim that my client is lived so long. I think the age was 1,977. Now I don't think that math is correct considering BC is before 2025, but claiming that he's old as that, regardless of whether it was 2,000 years ago or not, 1,977 is an impossible age. Credit card statements prove the fact that he was not there at the crime. I love you, Judge. The Polaroid of the defendant and Bill Cosby show a date at which he was also not there for the crime. I love you, Judge. Who do you think you are? I am. I love you, Judge.
All right. In the case of Mr. Papers, I find the defendant guilty of crimes against human knowledge, burning down the Library of Alexandria.
This is crazy.
All rise for Judge Kevin.
Your Honor. So sorry.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, this lovely court.
It's not like we have a choice, so.
You really landed on thick there.
What?
That's what she said. Oh, you can also bang against the desk with the gavel.
Nice.
We should do Space Court next.
Okay, we can do space.
Oh, there's different settings? That's cool.
There might be like a dungeon one too.
Yeah, there's a medieval one and then a like space themed one. I meant to switch it. Oh.
Not being cleaning enough to clean the shit off the carpet. What's his name? Mr. Clean. Oh, this is
Clean.
This is Mr. Clean. Okay.
Yes.
The Mr. Clean.
It is the Mr. Clean.
Good evening, everybody. We have a case here today, this lovely evening. We have Mr. Clean being accused of not being cleaning enough to clean the shit off the carpet. That's quite the accusation. Let's begin by getting a little bit more of an understanding of what the prosecution has put before us here.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. We're here today because the one Mr. Clean, he does not have the cleaning power enough to clean shit off the carpet. I have here credit card statements of mine, said Mr. Clean, to be clung on the carpet. Thank you.
Okay. I will hand it over to the defense, Mr. Attorney DVM.
Your Honor, may it please the court, the jury, Twitch. I'm here representing Mr. Clean. We all know and love Mr. Clean. We see him in GIFs. We see him in the internet. We see him on our commercials. We see him in our kitchen. We see him in our bathroom. Mr. Clean is everywhere. And mind you, Mr. Clean has done a damn good job. He has cleaned so many stains off the carpet that I own. He's cleaned stains out of my car. Hell, he's got a magic eraser that can get stains off of drywall. I've used it many times. I think it's absurd that we have a case against Mr. Clean about him not being able to clean up shit on the carpet. Let me argue the fact. What shat on the carpet? Was it a cat? Was it a dog? Was it someone bleeding from their bowels?
Objection, Your Honor.
Let me remind you because blood doesn't come out of carpets very easily.
Whatever shit that it is, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It was shit. Any kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let the defense.
Let's talk about this trumpet. Okay, it's just a trumpet. But Your Honor, and everyone here joining us tonight, I need you to examine this trumpet. As you guys can see this trumpet, Mr. Clean has a lot of hobbies. He's a happy man. He's happy cleaning up all kinds of things. He works hard for you. Don't you think he needs a little bit of grace? He hardly has time for his hobby. Give the damn man a break. He's just trying to live his life. God forbid he messes up on a stain, which I don't believe he did. I think that it was misuse of product. If you look at the product correctly and you use the product as it states on the back, you might actually have a clean stain. Mr. Clean does his job. And you know what? Mr. Clean, I salute you. I hope that you do a great job at learning that trumpet. And I think this entire courtroom and all of Twitch will agree that Mr. Clean is widely used in homes, apartments, kitchens, hell, restaurants around the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, defense. Prosecution, do you have anything to say?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Can I get the green? My esteemed colleague. You still haven't. I don't want to call a witness.
Oh.
I said, give me the green light.
Uh.
Go back to the pink eye and then hit the red one. I think hit it again.
It's what one is it? It's that
eye.
red one. Switch it to
the eye.
Yeah, it'll look like an eye.
Use a
Scroll.
scroll.
One more. There it is. And then just
weird.
hit.
On my game, it's kind of like broken, but
Oh, is it?
there we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Shoot.
there we go.
All right, there we go. All right, I lost my train of thought there. Okay, yes, yeah, my esteemed colleague would like you to think that Mr. Clean's trumpeting excuses him from not being clingy enough. Now, I would like to say that he also says that Mr. Clean is everywhere.
We have some breaking news, it looks like. Claims that Mr. Clean can't clean shit off the carpet.
Yeah. Now, there
There's
might be a reason why Mr.
appears to be a
Clean is
photograph as
everywhere. Now, would you say that the people that buy Mr. Clean are rather on the older side, right? Would you agree with that, Your Honor?
I would.
All right. Well, I have here a video of the defendant scamming old people to buy his worthless product. That shows that he is scamming them and taking advantage of old people.
When was this video taken?
Very recently, in the last few years.
Okay.
That's all, Your Honor.
And how do we know he's scamming people in this video?
Sorry. Well, he's clearly
back on.
trying to get them to buy more than what they need, and he's saying that in order to get benefits, that they should sign up for a subscription where he gets to give them products which they can sell. It's almost like he's creating a pyramid scheme with old people.
Okay. Is that all?
Yep, that's it.
Defense, do you have a reply?
Yes. It's funny how the prosecution didn't clarify the fact that there was chewing gum involved in this video. We know it's really concerning to me is what the prosecution doesn't think about, giving you more clarity to what that video actually entailed. If you guys want to know the truth behind that, chewing gum was involved. And the reason why is Mr. Clean loves to give examples of his cleaning products. Chewing gum, as we know, is an extremely hard piece of substance that it's tough to get out. It's tough to get off walls. Hell, it's tough to get out of your hair, Your Honor. We all know that. Mr. Clean was giving an example of using chewing gum. And we have this here. This chewing gum was used prior to the video because, as you can see in the video here, chewing gum is on the floor next to his shoe. And what he was disclosing was how to properly use the cleaning equipment. He was also, yes, doing his job, which it needs to be. Yeah, he's going to offer subscriptions. That's just part of what he does. How on earth are you going to make money, and how is he going to sustain an income without advertising his product and without utilizing certain measurements to do so? Chewing gum is a great example over here, and the prosecution dismissed this completely, which I find to be completely leaning towards the prosecution of Mr. Clean and not actually the truth. The truth that his products are damn good and that the chewing gum was used as an example of his cleaning equipment. And yes, subscription services can be offered. Are they old people? But you know what? There's a lot of people that use Mr. Clean. It's funny how we're going after the elders here and how Mr. Clean is having to withstand all these outrageous accusations toward him. Mr. Clean shakes his ass with his mop. He's always over there. He's always over here. He's everywhere. In a box with a fox. Might I go on? We all know and love Mr. Clean. I'm not done. And his product will continue to live in my household forever. Thank you.
The brilliance
It's
of his
defense. I
having
would
Mr.
like
Clean. All right.
order. Defense, I'd like to ask a question. How do we
What the
explain the breaking
Your Honor,
news?
I'm the journalist. I'm the free press, and I'm being handcuffed in your court. Would you like me to report on this? Would you like me to file a report on this? It will be front headline news. Front page, top headline news.
Bailiff, why have we handcuffed the journalist?
He was tossing papers at me.
Fuck the free press.
I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
We seem to have a second court case brewing here.
I thought this was America.
This is not what we prepared for. Are we going to uncuff him, bailiff?
Wait, how do we uncuff him?
Oh, that's a great question. You brought a judge. You brought a bailiff in your court who doesn't even know how to use their equipment. This is going on. This is going on the front page.
Hold on. Okay, there you go.
Oh my God! Let me get to work.
Okay.
Your Honor, you had a question.
I do have a question for the defense. How do we explain this photo that has surfaced that claims Mr. Clean can't clean shit off his carpet?
Your Honor, there is two mechanics involved in cleaning. It's Mr. Clean's product and the user. What we're not talking about here in this courtroom is the user. While we're all convincing everyone that it's Mr. Clean, we're leaving out the negative here with the user. The user matters. And it's funny how we're talking about older people. Okay, well, if we're going to go down that lane, sometimes older people may not use a product correctly. Hell, I'm in my 30s and I might misread a product. So why don't we talk about that, Your Honor? Why don't we talk about that, prosecutor, before going straight for the throat at Mr. Clean? Does that make sense, Your Honor?
It does.
Thank you.
Prosecution, would
Yes,
you
I have
like to
more.
bring in a witness?
In a minute. First, I have one more. I have another piece of evidence. Can you hit me the green? There we go. That's not the only video of him scamming these older people. It's not the only video I have. I have the CCTV footage of the accused fleeing from the scene of the crime, where my witness, this little girl, which I'll call up soon, was trying to use said Mr. Clean to clean up the shit on her parents' carpet before they got home. And she, as you can see on the CCTV, could not clean up that said shit. And he decided to flee the scene of the crime in his Nissan Altima, going so fast that he hit the curb on his way out. All on video, from all angles, inside the house and outside the house.
Wow.
You're just...
Some interesting footage. How did you get this footage, prosecution?
The family provided it. They were so infuriated that Mr. Clean could not get the shit out of their carpet. They freely provided it.
Wow. This is some damning evidence. Defense. Is that all prosecution?
That's it.
Defense, how do we
Your Honor,
respond to
it
this?
still shocks me. It behooves me in this courtroom that the prosecution leaves out valuable information every time with these accusations towards Mr. Clean. The prosecution leans heavily left towards him, and the fact that the prosecution feels that Mr. Clean is in the wrong. Let's explain this alleged surveillance camera footage. Let's explain this situation with him running out with his Nissan Altima. Well, let's talk about this parking ticket. Mr. Clean hasn't been doing that well financially. And it's funny, nobody in this courtroom seems to have any compassion or empathy for financial strain. Mr. Clean isn't necessarily the most...
What's his financial strain have to do with the fact that he...
Well, have you heard of Scrub Daddy? Scrub Daddy's a big competition. Scrub Daddy's making different types of chemicals and different types of cleaning products as well as sponges. It's competition. It's pretty tough. Mr. Clean may be leaning towards different markets. And with doing that, and I will reiterate once again, Your Honor, that he's always had to showcase his products, be that ending with a subscription, be that to elder people, be that to middle-aged people, people like myself. And I like Scrub Daddy, but I prefer Mr. Clean over some of these products. However, this parking ticket was a very big inconvenience to Mr. Clean. And it's a shame that the prosecution, yet again, the prosecution dismisses.
The parking ticket has no relevancy.
The parking ticket has a bunch of relevancy.
Overruled.
The parking ticket has a fucking...
Breaking news.
We have some breaking news here. Judge has bailiff who hates free speech, calls to remove judge.
ShamWow. I remember that.
That's an amazing picture of the sock characters.
Man.
Fuck free speech. Okay.
This is a
Okay.
disgusting court I have to be a part of.
Well, too bad you're sitting here listening to it. Get that cigar out of your mouth.
That's because Mr. Clean doesn't clean enough. It's disgusting, this whole court.
Your Honor, that is just his opinion.
I might have to agree with the prosecution.
The prosecution is corrupt, Your Honor. I'd like to ask the prosecutor a question, Your Honor. May I do so?
You may continue.
Prosecutor Brim,
Yes.
have you ever used a Mr. Clean product in your life?
Objection. What does this have to do?
Have you ever used a Mr. Clean product in your life?
No bearing on this case whatsoever.
Your Honor, how can you take the prosecution seriously with that
question?
giant piece of candy in his mouth? I don't understand. The prosecution is absolutely corrupt in this courtroom. Mr. Clean is...
The candy in my mouth.
Defense, what is the relevance of this question before we continue?
Well, I'll just wrap up my prior statement. Mr. Clean ran into some financial struggles. He had a parking ticket. Within that situation, what the prosecutor had left out was that he had allegedly fled the scene because this cleaning product that he noticed was having issues. So he left to go to his HR, really, in his manager's office to ensure that this cleaning product was switched out on all shelves nationwide.
Went there so fast that he fucking...
He was trying to notify people. Mr. Clean's cell phone, I can see here, he had a non-paid cell phone for 3 months and 15 extra days, which was cut off. His Nissan Altima was about to get repossessed and also had, it looks like, a lien on his title, you can see that there's a lot that's happening to Mr. Clean, and it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. There's no compassion in this courtroom. And I'm glad that I was talking while my light was red, so.
Do you have any evidence to that?
I gave you the parking ticket, did I not? The parking ticket comes with a fine, does it not? What does a fine do? A fine stacks into your bills of debt, does it not? And that parking ticket was $375. And in his bank account, which he provided with me here, he was overdrafted because he only had $345. So Mr. Clean was desperate. He was desperate to make ends meet. And you know what? Not only was he desperate to make ends meet, he was desperate to make things clean and things neat.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Interesting arguments by the defense. Would either parties like to call a witness this time?
Sure, I'll call my witness. All right.
Thank you for the follow.
Little girl.
Here's our witness, a little girl. Welcome, little girl.
Can you state your name, little girl?
Hello, my name is Carmela.
Welcome, Carmela.
Thanks for coming today, Carmela.
I'd like to ask you a few questions. Can you give me the green light? It's my witness. You're the worst judge, you know.
It's not my fault that the graphics glitched out. Hold on.
Alrighty,
There we
little
go.
girl. Will you tell us where you were on the day that Mr. Clean left your house?
I was on the carpet.
You were on the carpet. What were you trying to do on the carpet?
Clean up shit.
All right. Was Mr. Clean cleaning the shit out of the carpet?
No.
After Mr. Clean failed to clean the shit
Objection.
out of the carpet, what happened?
He's
Overruled.
claiming.
Continue.
She said
Prosecution.
it didn't. What did Mr. Clean do after that?
He ran out and screamed fuck and then walked away.
He walked away. What did you do?
He said lots of bad words that
Bad
my
words.
mommy hit me for.
Oh, so what happened? What happened to you after that? So did your parents come home and find the shit on the carpet?
Yeah.
And what happened to you for failing to clean the shit?
They fed it to me.
They fed you the shit because one Mr. Clean could not clean the shit out of the carpet. I rest my case.
I think we might need to call
I'd like to
parents in.
I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Yes, please continue.
Let me up. Let me up. Let me up. Okay, little girl. How? Your name is Carmela, correct?
Yes.
How old are you?
11.
You're 11. So, when you're at home, do you use cleaning products a lot, Carmela?
I use whatever mommy buys.
So you're using whatever mommy buys. Okay.
Yeah.
That gives me a little bit of insight. So again, I'm going to go back to what the prosecution has been saying here. Carmela is saying that she was cleaning shit off the carpet, okay? She is 11 years old. She is old enough to read. Carmela, did you read the directions on the Mr. Clean product that you used to clean said shit off the carpet?
Yes.
You did. And what did those directions state?
Lightly dab it.
Mm-hmm. That's it? Is that all you did, Carmela? Did you just lather up a rag and lightly dab it?
It kind of smeared.
Mm-hmm. Carmela, would you say that you have
Smeared.
Carmela, would you say that you have expertise cleaning experience with chemical-based cleaning equipment?
What's expert?
Okay, that pretty much kind of shows me a little bit more. Your Honor, if you can, all right, Carmela. One of the things that we notice here is that your parents have a gardener, correct, Carmela?
Maybe.
Yes, your parents have a gardener, right?
Are you sure about that?
I'm quite sure that your parents have a gardener. This gardener, his name is Clint. No, this gardener's name is Clint, and he's a bald man.
Overruled.
He is a bald man, and he was there at the same time that this said shit was on the carpet. Carmela saw the gardener stub his toe on unfortunately, a pair of gardening shears, which was, he said, fuck.
Objection!
He said,
How
fuck.
does he know what the...
I'm talking to Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean was there. Mr. Clean was there. I'm not leading the witness. Your Honor, I'm not leading the witness. I'm merely giving the courtroom facts. I am merely giving the courtroom facts. Your Honor, the prosecutor has been badgering Mr. Clean this entire time with no empathy and absolutely no oh my God. I am not leading the witness. I am not leading the witness. Your Honor, I'm not leading the witness. I'm simply defending Mr. Clean.
I'm not saying you are. I was just asking Twitch if they think you're leading the witness.
I'll admit some of my question may be a little bit convoluted, and it could have been taken that way. But I needed to get some clarity.
Don't let the 60-second timer distracts you from your line of questioning here.
Okay. Anyway, this little girl does not actually. She can go sit back down. She can go sit back down. I'm done with you. We're good.
You're mean. Fuck you, piece of shit.
Fuck you, little girl. Go sit down.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Carmela, for coming in.
Can we just take a moment?
My mommy has a gun.
Can we take a moment to appreciate how brave Carmela was today? Thank you.
Very brave. Claps.
Good job, Carmela.
She still has a gun.
That's great, honey. That's great. The parents are coming in here next. Okay, so where did we leave off? Defense, prosecution.
I think it would be the defense's turn.
Defense. Please continue.
All right, so this is something that I do have here. It's his LinkedIn post here, albeit cringy. Mr. Clean was we know here, of financial duress. He's going through a lot of tough times. You know, he's dealing with Scrub Daddy. He's dealing with other different types of...
We've already gone through this.
I understand, but this is yet again more evidence. What are we at? Exhibit 9 now? Exhibit F? Fuck you, prosecutor. So...
Please keep
Let's
it
not
civil
waste
in
the
courtroom.
court's time.
I'm not wasting the court's time. I'm not wasting the court's time. If you will look at this carefully, we have cringy LinkedIn posts. Now, why would Mr. Clean be posting on LinkedIn? Why would he be posting on LinkedIn? Desperate
how is
people post on LinkedIn. Cringy people post on LinkedIn. Now, Mr. Clean may be cringy, but that's not a crime. It's not a crime to be cringy.
No.
Do I have a LinkedIn account? No, because I think it's weird. However,
What's the relevancy?
I know. I look. I'm just going off here. What?
What kind of lawyer
Hold
are
on.
you?
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He doesn't have the. He doesn't have the. He doesn't have the. Hold on a second. He no longer.
Cringy, scamming guy.
Yeah, Your Honor.
He's not scamming. He's not scamming.
Order in the courtroom.
Mr. Clean has not been scamming. Mr. Clean has.
If you don't make this relevant in the next 30 seconds,
I've made it relevant. I don't know what kind of knob of a head you're wearing, Judge, but I'm just saying Mr. Clean has worked his ass off.
Bailiff, can you please whack him on the head?
Great. What do, little shoes gone? So
She's tired.
That's a weird name.
We're all good. We do know that LinkedIn.
What did you say?
Whack him on the head.
Sorry, the bailiff's on their phone.
Bailiff, next
Who
time,
am I
can you
whacking?
please not fall asleep during the court proceedings.
Dave, whack the defense.
Can you whack yourself?
I wasn't even talking when you whacked me. I was taking a break, defending this poor soul over here that this courtroom is heavily leaning against.
Yeah.
Why are you hitting me? It's my fucking. Oh no, it's not. Sorry.
Order in the courtroom. Defense, please continue.
Give him the light. Give him the light.
Oops.
So let me ask you this, Your Honor. For a judge that doesn't know how to use and call on the defense and prosecution, why are we going to convict this
Your
poor
Honor,
soul?
Your incompetency is not on trial here.
No, but I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. I'm pointing it out. I'm pointing it out. I'm pointing it out. You don't even know how to use. You don't even know.
Prosecution, we've moved on to you.
Sir, I have something else to provide to the court. This crusty sock. This was the crusty sock that the parents eventually found later. Dried up, hidden under some books in Carmela's room. This was the sock she was trying to use to clean up the said shit.
Objection, Your Honor. Why would
old shitty sock was hidden?
Sustained. What's the
When her
question,
parents found it again, they made her eat
Hang
the
on.
sock.
What's your objection, defense?
He's setting himself up. You cannot clean anything with a dirty sock. That would just smear shit. Thank you.
Okay, continue prosecution.
Like I said, this crusty sock used by my witness was crusty and old, and they made her eat the sock. That's it.
They made her eat the sock. Wow.
Yes. Just like they made her eat the shit.
My mommy has a gun.
Yeah, these parents definitely got to come in here next.
Yes,
Okay.
that's being
Thank
that's
you.
being done that's
Thank
being
you.
done in family court, Your Honor.
Thank you, prosecution. Defense, what do we have to say to this?
You know, Mr. Clean is a very kind-hearted soul. Okay? He's got compassion. He's empathetic. He feels bad for your homes when they're dirty. Why do you think he works so hard? He's so tired. He barely has time not only to play his trumpet, but he finally just got to season 3 of Sex in the City. We found that out. And so, you know what? When he finally had time to do it, and the funny thing is, it's just crazy to me. Like, this poor man, he barely has any time. Albeit like with cleaning shit off of a carpet with a crusty sock, there's a lot of damning evidence towards the prosecution that someone would clean something with a dirty sock. Why would you clean something with a dirty sock? And that drove Mr. Clean nuts. He was depressed. He was hopeless. And he had no one to love him. So when he opened up a bottle of vodka, apparently this is what my client is telling me, and had something to drink, he enjoyed finally his season 3 of Sex in the City. Finally, something that he could just visualize someone loving him. Just for a minute. How fucking a shame that this court does not see the empathy that we should have for Mr. Clean.
Thank you. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Do agree season 3 is the best.
Never seen it.
Prosecution.
Yes, Your
Do
Honor.
you have anything?
Give me a second. I gotta file through my papers here, looking for what I need. Now, my esteemed colleague has been all through this case talking about Mr. Clean's financial troubles, right?
Yes.
Now, I think he realized that his product was not clean enough. So that's why he created a life insurance payment of $1 million to himself. Wait, I read that wrong. Whatever. He had a life insurance account on him. I think he was running away from the scene of the crime in order to fake his death, so he would get the life insurance policy.
Wow.
That is all, Your Honor.
So not only are we now accusing him of not being able to clean the shit off the carpet, but he's also
Yep,
doing
that's another case. That's
huge
being
amount
done
of
in
fraud.
financial court.
That's quite the revelation from the prosecution.
This
Defense,
is cleanliness court.
Given that last piece of evidence, do you have anything else to say before we do final statements?
No, Your Honor. Oh, is it my final statement? Or do you want to let the prosecutor go?
Prosecution can make his final statement first.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. I presented to this court damning evidence of Mr. Clean's ineptitude to cleaning shit out of the carpet. I've given you the video and the credit card statements of people he's been scamming out of his product. I've shown you the
Breaking news. Defense lawyer in cheap suit thinks LinkedIn is weird.
And his tie is too thin.
Fuck everyone in this court. You guys have no compassion or empathy for anybody.
I have presented
Ugly tie.
evidence of him in the act at the scene of the crime, not cleaning shit with a sock. We heard testimony from Miss Carmela saying how she couldn't get the shit out of the carpet and was eventually fed that said shit, as well as the crusty sock later on when it was dried, weeks, months even later. This all goes to the fact that Mr. Clean could not clean the shit out of the carpet. Thank you.
Thank you, prosecution. Defense, please make your final statement.
Your Honor, the entire court, everyone here on Twitch that has been watching and listening into this case against Mr. Clean not being cleaning enough to clean the shit off of carpet, I've disclosed to you a lot of information about the truth behind Mr. Clean. The fact that he's a legend and the fact that his product has been known for plus 40 years around the United States, around the world maybe. And the funny thing is that we've leaned hard, at least from the prosecutor's side, towards seeing the negative about Mr. Clean. But there hasn't really been a highlight here on the actual truth that sets him aside. Mr. Clean's a busy guy. He's been cleaning your houses for years. And like we've discussed, he's barely had time to have hobbies. He's barely had time to play his trumpet. The man barely sleeps. He's watched Sex in the City, all of that. But he has one thing that's there: making a good product. But his product does not guarantee that there will not be user error. And I ask that you guys consider this. We all heard that whoever was cleaning the shit stain was using a dirty sock. So put that into perspective. If someone's using a dirty sock to clean up a shit stain, do you not think that there might be some sort of issue going on here? Because in my opinion, I would use a clean rag and maybe look at the product and read it and understand how to clean that stain. I would not use a crusty, dirty sock. Thank you.
Thank you, defense. Well spoken. Okay, so we've got some pretty good evidence on both sides. Trumpet, a chewing gum, the parking ticket, the cringy LinkedIn post, season 3 of Sex in the City. We also have credit card statements, 2 videos of Mr. Clean, a crusty sock, and $1 million life insurance fraud that was thrown in right on top at the end.
Either that or a dick pic.
Oh my.
Now that both the defense and prosecution has presented all their evidence and made their final statements, we will let the jurors deliberate for a few seconds. And then I'm going to have my bailiff here deliver the verdict. It appears that we are ready to make the decision.
Oh, you said a few
Bailiff.
seconds. Okay.
Oh, no fucking way.
Oh, it's not guilty. Not guilty, Your Honor.
I'm a good defense lawyer. Come on.
Oh, shit. Wait. The prosecution is the one that put in guilty. The prosecution put in guilty.
Come on, Brim.
The prosecution put in guilty. Oh, we've got another not guilty.
Oh, man.
50 right now.
Oh, they already put theirs in. Oh my God, not guilty.
Mr. Clean.
It seems. Go ahead, bailiff.
The jurors find the defendant not guilty for not being cleaning enough to clean the shit off the carpet.
This is the crusty sock theory.
Fuck
This is the
yes!
crusty
That's
sock
what I'm
theory.
talking about. High five, bam! High five, bam!
O.J.
You were gonna be
Simpson
free
in
tonight?
sock form.
Oh, Your Honor, pick up your gavel
If the
and throw
sock
it to the
don't
scales.
clean, it don't clean shit.
If the sock don't clean, you must have quit.
Woo!
Not guilty.
Har.
Oh, you have the best witness of all fucking time.
Oh, nice. What's up, Kevin?
Hello, hello.
I like the courtroom vibe change. Nice to have a nice refresh. Different room to look at. Down.
All right, go ahead, prosecution. You're up.
Oh, you greened me out. Okay.
No, yeah, you're good.
Okay.
All
right. So let's get started.
Jordan
So-
for obstruction, block the fire exit with a sex swing.
Absolutely.
Life safety
It's funny.
violations.
It's funny. The judge speaks the truth here. Today we are all gathered in this.
We have not determined the truth. We
Well,
have not
that I'm
determined
the
truth.
prosecution, and I know the truth, and it is my
And I'm
job
the
to deliver the
judge.
truth.
I'm the judge.
You're the
I'll
judge. You're the
determine
judge to whether or
truth.
not you accept the truth or not.
Order in the court.
All right, then I'll get started.
Pardon me, Judge. You are only operating the truth, or you're only executing the truth and the law.
That's correct. That is correct. At least someone here knows the law.
This man Jordan is being accused of obstruction. That's correct. Blocking a fire exit with a sex swing, which is a life safety violation.
Could also be a life safety evaluation.
Well, we do know that this is definitely more than likely with these types of mechanics and characteristics. For instance, the fleshlight with googly eyes and a hat. Let's talk about that. Let me ask you, is this man into, first off, let's figure out the mechanic here. Is this man into lewd or deviant sexual things? Well, finding a fleshlight with googly eyes on it you might agree with that. Is that correct, Your Honor?
I don't know.
Well, let me just ask you this. If you found a fleshlight with googly eyes on it and you have a man in court who's violating life safety violations with a sex swing blocking a fire exit, would you say that you might be leaning towards, yeah, this is plausible?
If the man was found guilty, maybe, yes.
That's enough for me.
Now, Your Honor, it definitely is a pertinent point provided here by the prosecutor. However, unfortunately, my client Jordan, him and I have discussed this ad nauseum for quite a while. The sex swing is actually it's designed by design to relieve his blood pressure. Now, as you can see, he is on blood pressure medication. And, I mean,
Yes.
high blood pressure is a plague, a scourge across our people. You know, especially here in space. So it's very important to regulate your blood pressure. And Mr. Jordan here, he was advised by his doctor to install a sex swing. He only has a 500 square foot apartment. So he needs to take blood pressure medication. But on top of that, sex swing helps too. Thank you.
What is I'm okay. So I'm not really understanding the point that you're trying to make.
Your Honor,
Just
it's,
simply he has blood thinners or
yes, yeah, of course, Your Honor.
and has
basically,
sex?
No, in conjunction with the blood pressure medication, it's sex swing is often considered therapeutic.
Okay, but the claim isn't whether or not he has a sex swing. It's the fact that he was
Of
obstructing
course,
a
Your
fire
Honor. Of
exit
course,
with
Your
the
Honor.
sex swing. Are you saying
Yes,
that yes, he was blocking the fire exit, but it's a therapy sex swing? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
So he's guilty of blocking the fire exit with a sex swing.
No, sir.
Well, you just said yes.
I did not say that he is illegally blocking it.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Prosecution.
so that's really interesting that he talks about blood pressure. It's really interesting that he talks about that. And you know what? Honestly, like a sex swing helping someone calm down from blood pressure, get out of here. Really, like get real. Let's get real. If you have bad blood pressure, then why are you getting a Schlotsky's gift card for $20? And let me remind you, that's not the only one we found. There's plenty more. If you have high blood pressure, you're not going to be going around eating Schlotsky's. You're going to be munching on celery. You're going to be munching on tomatoes, something to bring that blood pressure down. But sure, anything to make the sex swing blocking a fire exit acceptable. That's fine. Schlotsky's gift cards, blood pressure, no.
Okay. I mean, I know a lot of people who have high blood pressure that eat bad food, so I don't know how that evidence is relevant.
It's the amount that we found, Your Honor.
The amount. Well, how do you know that he purchased this gift card?
Because in the paperwork that we have disclosed and over on our side, as the prosecutor, we can see that he had probably about 4 of these cards, and he used about 5 of those last month because he was having a hard time with finances.
Okay. We'll see about that.
Yeah, well,
Defense.
unfortunately, Your Honor, it's although it appears that Jordan has some financial issues, it is unfortunately not true. As right here is his J.C. Penney credit card, a $500 limit. That's a good.
Dude, JC Penney credit card.
That's a good chunk of change.
Fuck me.
Now here in space, $500 goes a long way. I don't know about.
Yeah, I would
you guys
agree with that.
Great.
But we have breaking news. Sex swing manufacturer warns users not to block fire exits.
That is some Simpson shit type fucking news article.
Okay. Is
Of
that
course,
it? Just the credit
no,
card?
I'm sorry, but let me carry on. Thank you. He also is frequently posted on LinkedIn with his recruiter garbage. This indicates that he is employed and working on himself.
Irrelevancy. This has nothing to do with the swing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
However, it does have it is an effective rebuttal towards your claims of his financial dependency. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I still don't understand how this pertains to the case.
It is a direct rebuttal to his original claims in regards to the financial indignance. Thank you.
We're gonna have to decide whether or not we strike that from the record in a moment here.
Well, it seems to me that the defense is kind of trying to find reason that the sex swing should block a fire exit. Picture this. Let's picture that this building is on fire right now, and everyone's just trying to get out of there. And then they run into the sex swing. They run into the sex swing. Can you imagine running into that? It's going to be another obstacle. And so we found this trumpet. It's just a trumpet, right? But we did some tests on this trumpet, and we come to find that he was not playing this trumpet with his mouth. We won't go into details. We won't go into details about this. I'm not going to go into details about this lewd act, but it does showcase.
Sustained on the objection. What is the relevance?
The relevance is that he owns the sex swing. He placed the sex swing there. Your Honor, he had a flashlight with googly eyes. He had a trumpet that was shoved up somewhere else other than his mouth.
Okay, the only
Let's put 2 and 2 together.
Of the
Put
matter
2 and
is
2
that
together.
he's a sex deviant.
He's a sex deviant. Yes. Put 2 and 2 together. Did he or did he not hang the swing in front of a? Did he or did he not hang the swing in front of a fire exit?
Order. How is this relevant to the fact that he obstructed a fire exit?
Because he's thinking of his sexual needs versus the violations of safety protocol for others. Human being rights.
Thank you. That's
humans.
all I was looking for.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Thank you. That's enough.
Defense, you got to give me something good here, because nothing you've put together is relevant to the case at all. I
course,
don't
Your
know
Honor.
how. I don't know how you're gonna sway the jury on this one.
I'd like to call my witness to the stand.
Okay, very well.
What the fuck is this?
Hello. I'm the movie producer.
You are under oath.
Thank you, Judge.
Now, Mr. Producer or Mrs. Producer, can you please state your name for the court?
My name is Steve Leesburg.
Steve Bleesberg, is that what you said?
Steve Leesburg.
Excellent. Now, Mr. Steve, are you the employee of Jordan? Or sorry, are you the employer of Jordan?
Of Jordan.
Yes.
Yes, I am from time to time.
And when you produce your a judge, please get that juror's message removed from my eyes.
The juror. Don't worry about the juror.
My eyes were just assaulted
I-
with that
you
blasphemy.
just- I.
The
This is
Bible
my
would
court.
never allow that.
Order! This is my court. The jurors can do as they please.
All right, can we get a? What was the juror showing us?
Just
You don't want to know.
move on. Move on. Question your witness or I'll remove them.
The media wants to know. The people,
Sir.
it should be known.
Now, in regards to what kind of movies you produce, what kind of movies do you produce?
I like to produce movies of the let's say
Pornographic
not-
kind?
You could. It's some would describe it that way. Yes.
Now, when you produce a pornographic film, do you create structures that are permanent structures?
Do I create structures?
When you are setting
I don't
up your
understand the
set,
question.
when you are setting up your set for a film, do the modifications you make to the room, do they stay that way forever, or are they only temporary?
They're usually temporary.
Excellent. And the sex swing that was provided for Jordan, was that meant to be temporary?
Yeah. It was meant to be temporary.
Excellent. And by chance, was it somebody in your production company who reported Jordan for operating this sex swing in the fire or in a fire exit?
If I do recall, I think that is correct.
Thank you, sir. I am done with the witness, sir.
All right, very well. Would you
May I
like to
cross-examine the witness, please?
Yes. Yes.
Mr. What is your name, sir?
Mr. Steve Leesburg.
Mr. Steve Leesburg. Steve Leesburg. Stevie. So you sold my client, excuse me, definitely not my client, pardon me. You sold him a sex swing, is that correct?
Objection, that is incorrect. It's not sold.
So he borrowed? He used it?
Sustained. The
He-
swing was.
Was it bought? Was it purchased? It doesn't matter. Did he grab it from you? Did
Part of
he?
the set.
Did you procure it to him?
The swing was part of the set. Therefore, as my employee, he was welcome to it.
And when this swing was part of the set and it was installed in a hallway blocking a fire exit. That swing was meant to be temporary, but what we have here is there are casters that were fixated into cement cedar blocks in the ceiling. So how is that? So clarify that for me. How is that supposed to be temporary when it's fixated into the ceiling?
Well, with our types of production, there are kinks like that from here and now, and we figured pour the cement blocks, but then next day.
So you're going to pour the cement blocks in a hallway that's blocking a fire exit.
We had rented some jackhammers from Home Depot for the next day.
For a hallway blocking a fire exit?
Your Honor,
I never said
I'm done. Your Honor, I'm done. Your Honor, I'm done. Remove the witness. I'm done. Remove the witness.
Okay.
Remove the witness.
Would you like to re-examine the witness?
No, I don't want to re-examine the witness.
Okay, thank you. Witness.
I've got all I need. Thank you.
Whoops. Do you have any evidence to... Or actually, we're going to go to the prosecution now.
So let's talk about this clown suit. This clown suit was also a part of this allegedly this set. Okay, so the swing was fixated. We all know that here. Okay, everybody here on Twitch, we know the swing was fixated. It was designed to be, maybe it was supposed to be removed, but regardless, it was permanently installed. Whether that it was, knowing or negligent, the clown suit was something that Mr. Jordan would wear quite often. And it shows here that Jordan enjoyed wearing clown suits, but also swinging the sex swing with that clown suit on. And he would tell jokes and stuff. I don't actually know if it's going to strengthen the fact that he loved using that swing. And one of the delusions that Jordan has, which I don't understand, I got word from his therapist, Mr. Jack Me Off. And Mr. Jack Me Off is apparently one of his therapists,
Can you
he
spell
mentioned
that,
to
please,
me he mentioned to me that Jack Me Off is GHACKMEYOUFF. All right, so I'm gonna finish it up. Anyway, his therapist mentioned to me that he likes to use the clown suit and swing on swings and go fire, 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 and he thinks it's funny. Now, his therapist had a hard time disclosing this to me.
Breaking news. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to start you at breaking news. Movie studio being sued for safety concerns. Wall crumbles. Wow, that's... Wow.
Anyway.
Carry on.
So yes, his therapist disclosed this to me, and I found that to be quite concerning. So we're gonna let this man in the clown suit. We're gonna let this man in a clown suit put a swing, completely blocking a fire exit, swinging in a clown suit. I don't think this was an act of just... I think there was purpose. I think there was an absolute purpose. He did this on purpose. I think that he definitely wanted to block the fire exit in anticipation of maybe one day there being a fire. Maybe one day actually life safety violations is something that this weirdo would need to have. Something that's kinky to him. To watch people in danger as he blocks the fire exit with his sex swing that was only temporarily installed. It was fixated into the ceiling.
Okay. All right.
Judge, I gotta go. My studio is crumbling.
You are dismissed.
You peacing out, Kev?
No. I'm sticking around.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna go.
I still don't see the relevancy, but go on. Defense. Fire.
Sorry.
I think we're all getting a little tired.
Relevancy of what, sir? I haven't said anything.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the prosecution. You go.
Oh, that was
Give me some more evidence.
Yes, of course. Well, unfortunately, I don't have far much more besides this get out of jail free card.
Oh my God, dude! Come on.
This is prescribed by his doctor and as well as the fire marshal. He said as long as it's a temporary structure, it'll be okay. And thus far, we have not heard since.
Oh my God.
Well, prosecution, not sure how you're gonna beat a get out of jail free card.
I don't know how I'm gonna beat a get out of jail free card. I mean, what we can do is learn from our past experiences and know that he's not in jail yet. So the card is actually not really that effective. He can't. That card is not get out of court and be accused of card. That's a get out of jail free card when he's in jail. And let's add the fees. Not only will this man be charged fees, there are going to be all sorts of things that are on top of the prosecution and enrollment into his imprisonment. And we know this blurry screenshot at 3:17 a.m. was very odd. It's a picture of the swing, and he was concerned that, hey, I think this swing might actually be permanent. At least that's what we could make out. We could only see it. It was slightly blurry, and it's not anything factual that I can say, to be honest. But with my best discretion, I can say that that's probably what it said, because I can tell that there was a lot of worry, and he screenshotted it and tried to send it to his aunt, which we thought was actually strange.
Interesting. Okay. Is that all?
Yeah.
So, prosecutor, please enlighten me. So you're saying that he was viewing the swing and he had some questions, and it appeared he was puzzled by the location and presentation of the swing, correct?
Are you asking me a question?
I am, yes.
Well, that's what we could make out based off of what the screenshot showed. Again, it was a blurry screenshot.
Oh, we have breaking news. Excuse me. Out of 89 potential evidence, same ones keep coming up.
I agree with this news.
Yeah, I agree with that news too. Why?
Now, of course, prosecutor, I understand what you're saying, but has anyone not noticed the appearance of which that it wasn't Jordan who arranged for all of this? However, it was more every circumstance around him. Yes. Most importantly, he was just trying to enjoy a succulent Chinese meal. Of course, he had to make the money. He had to make the money to get that Chinese meal.
Oh my God.
He had to make that flick. He had to have that installed in the ceiling so he could complete his role as a sad clown screaming fire. So,
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude.
I ask the jury, is Jordan really guilty? Or was he just a man trying to live his dreams? I rest my case.
All right. Prosecution, do you have any rebuttal to that before we get to our closing statements?
The rebuttal that I have is that I guess the defense is simply talking about him eating a Chinese meal, a succulent one be all, albeit.
I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I would lead to ask like if he knows his judo well. But let's talk about this. Historically talking, people that like a succulent Chinese meal are arrested.
Yes.
Historically, they are arrested. Historically, they are charged. So that card may have worked against you, Attorney Percival T. Harrogate-esque.
Isn't this the fucking defense I used like 2 days ago?
This is true. We know of at least one case of someone being arrested for a succulent Chinese meal. So.
And he didn't know his judo well, but the other guy did.
Now, let's get to closing statements. We'll start with you, defense.
Judge, jury, prosecutor, and my friend Jordan here.
He ain't your friend, bro.
Today he is my friend because everyone needs a friend someday. Of course.
Get to the closing statement.
Of course, Your Honor. Of course. It has come to my attention that I've presented all and everything I can to, lead you to the understanding of why this was set up the way it was and how it was not my client. My client did not individually arrange for this himself. He didn't set it up himself. He was just an occupant of the room. So that leads me to believe, is it really Jordan's trial? Or should it be someone else's? Maybe it's the movie producer, Mr. Steve. Or perhaps it goes even deeper. Maybe it's the fire marshal. Or maybe it's the president. If you can answer those questions, maybe that is where we get to a real, true fever pitch. Thank you.
Okay, prosecution.
May it please the court, everybody that has been here today watching this go down, we all know the facts. We know the facts. Twitch, you guys know the facts. Use your mind, use your intent correctly. This man, Jordan, blocked a fire exit with a sex swing that was bolted into the ceiling, and we have proof of that. You can't get the swing down, or he could have taken it down, but he chose not to. The point is, the swing was there. It wasn't addressed. Whatever Mr. Percival is saying, be his friend, be his buddy. We can't let Jordan walk away without some sort of understanding of conviction. Blocking a fire exit with a sex swing is unacceptable, being that it's a life safety violation. If something were to go down in that building, if a plane were to just crash right into that building, that wouldn't have changed anything. If the building would have gotten caught on fire and people were rushing out of the exit, I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know where I was going with that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was where we're going with that. Forget it. If it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Your Honor, I'm making a closing statement. Okay. If the building caught fire and everyone's running, trying to leave, everyone's trying to leave, and there's a swing in the way, people are going to have to tuck and get underneath and go around and push it. Some poor bastard's going to get strangled in it. It's going to go around his neck, and you're just going to hear, ah! Ah! Do you want that? And so what I'm asking Twitch and what I'm asking you is, do you want to risk harming innocent civilians with a sex swing that's hanging in front of a fire exit? Do the math. Use your mind. Be safe. I don't know why I said that. Be safe. Stupid. All right, but anyway, use your head. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, this has been quite a fucking court case. This is some wild accusations going back and forth. Let's go to the jury to deliberate. We so far have a hung jury. We may need to go to our juror number 3 over there.
Man.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she's actively ready.
Oh, wow. What succulent. Seems that he is not guilty.
Are you reading that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not guilty. Hang on.
More votes are coming in.
Hang on. Oh, what's it gonna be? Oh, guilty.
Ooh.
Guilty is charged.
Oh. Going once, guilty going twice.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes! That was a good time. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, for jumping in. Man, that was awesome. I had a good time. We all did have a good time. Thank you, Mike. Balabaloo, balabaloo. Balabaloo.